Hello, fellow garage hermiters across all of YouTube land. Today I'm presenting to you for sort of review slash overview, because I haven't used it for that long, is this Givi GRT 716 6 litre waterproof tank bag. I hope in watching this review you'll understand whether or not you need a tank bag or you want a tank bag. I, in the past, would be completely against them because I used to ride smaller KTM EXCs and trail bikes like that, DR350, stuff like that. And tank bags, I didn't like them because they got in the way of the old family jewels. When you stand up, you're just constantly hitting your bojangles off this edge here. But when I moved on to bigger bikes, I got a KTM 990, and that's got a nice little storage unit on the top there, so I got used to that. Moved on this F800 and missed having something to put my gubbins in the front there, specifically glasses and the like. So I think, watch this video through, see what you think. You probably think, yeah, it's a good idea, I'll go for one, or you'll think, no, I'm going to leave it. But one thing you might discover is you don't need to spend as much as you think. If you're looking at these bags, I would imagine you're going to be considering, like I did, the Gaint Loop Diablo Pro. That comes in about 225 quid. I just thought, no way, I'm not spending that much money on a tank bag. It's too dear, and it seemed very similar to this for a lot more money. Bearing in mind, this I picked up for £60. You might also be looking at the Mosko Hood tank bag, which is very similar. It just clips open, but it doesn't have this extra zip seal, if you like, underneath. And again, costs a lot more money. It's £140, and it's 1 litre smaller than this. If you want a smaller bag, you might want to look at that. And to be honest, I dare say the build quality should be better, being a Mosko Moto thing. And then there's a Mosko Pico as well, which people might be considering, and especially the Picos designed for trail bikes like the EXEs and stuff. It's really quite small and dainty, and I think it's designed to sit away from a KTM offset fuel cap as well, so you might want to look at that. And then, I've looked at all them. Price was the main factor, and then size and availability, because to be honest, this is available from a shop near me called MSG Bike Gear, so I went down and had a look at it and saw it in my hands and thought, yeah, it feels decent quality and it's a decent bag. So I'll go over what I use the bag for, how it works and all the features of it. The first thing to consider, or I was looking for, was something that would hold a Garmin Montana or a phone. I can get me Huawei P30 Pro in there and it fills about that much room. I can get a Garmin Montana GPS in there, so it saves me having to put bar mounts on and all that sort of malarkey. And I can also put a battery, run a battery pack in there, and I can just run the cable out the zip there, just leave a little gap and run it up through the opening there, and have my phone or whatever powered from one of them rechargeable battery packs in the punnet. So it holds what I want it to hold on the top. It's too small for a map, that. If you want to put maps on, I dare say you could get clever with a bit of Velcro and one of them normal map cases and clag it on the top if you're trail riding and stuff. A lot of people use Garmin's nowadays, like I do. Although I might go back to maps, talk about that another day. And then another thing I realised in using this is you've got this lid section, which is very similar to the Mosko Hood, but the Mosko Hood just goes straight into an open compartment. You don't have this zip section on the top. And what I've come to realise of that, which is really handy, is when I'm riding, if I haven't got my muffs on, I get wet hands. I've got a spare set of dry gloves underneath in here. Hang on. Let's pretend that's a wet glove. Oh my god, this is wringing wet. So I put my wet gloves on top of there, get my dry ones out, and then all my other kit in here, like my waterproof jacket, my balaclava, I can zip that up and keep my wets on top of there, and I've still got dry stuff in there, and that'll still just close down and clip shut on there, which I think is rather clever. So it's handy like that. The Mosko you won't be able to do that with, the Gaint Loop you won't be able to do that with. All that compartment stays pretty much watertight by that little tiny gap in the zip, but you'd have a hard time getting water in there. And you can keep wet stuff on top of it. Your balaclava again, if that gets wet, keep it on top of there, keep it away from your dry stuff. So I think that's a good feature. Next good thing about it is there's room for my gloves, waterproof jacket with a bit of inner tube cut up and put around this, so you can see that. My balaclava thing, and then I always have a rock strap in because I like strapping stuff to the back of my bike and go around my dad's or something and pick something up. Got glasses in there wrapped in a cloth, spray cleaner. But all the internals, if you can see, it's all yellow, so you can see what's in there nice and easy. It's kind of like the Krieger bags, they have a white inside, so it's easy to see what's going on inside. And I like having my jacket easy to get at, because if it starts hoying it down while I'm riding, I don't have to. I've only got to whip a zip open, undo that, pop your laggy band off, and it's on. It's nice and quick and easy to use. It's easy to fit, easy to remove. It's 60 quid, give or take. And I can't think what else to say about it really. It fits nice on the bike when you stood up. It doesn't get in the way when I'm stood up on the bike. I'm going to get off the bike and I'll put my camera to the side and I'll show you how it sits when you're away from the bike. It's also easy to remove. 2 clips there. There's 1 clip around the headstock. I'll jump off the bike and I'll show you how all that works and how I put it on the bike. It's quite easy to put on. It also holds my shag pile on nicely as well. Just gets all the front edge of it and clips underneath the brackets. Bonus. Right, so fitting it to your bike, quite simple. You've got a couple of straps here that just choke round tubing. If you haven't got tubing on an EXC or something like that, I think that's why you'll struggle on the front. I can't think how it fits, what there is on an EXC, so you'll have to look at your bike and think, have I got somewhere to put these 2 low straps? So that's the same on this side as it is the other side. And you've got obviously 2 connection points here for them. And then you've got a strap up the top, which goes around the headstock of the frame. Again, there's loads of length in this. That should fit round, I don't know if I've got that in view. That should fit round any headstock pretty much. Fits around my F800 GS, just lovely. So, and underneath as well, it's got this like rubbery stuff that they normally have that's grippy. It's sewn on well. It doesn't look like it's going to be going anywhere, and it doesn't slip around on the bike, which is good. So to fit it on the F800 anyway, it goes, there's a hole in the frame. Sorry, can't see what I'm doing here. I don't know if you can see down in there, there's a bit of a hole in the frame. You can get it through dead easy. I clip that in. I sort of lift that up roughly to where I want it. And then you've got these loops on. I back it off a bit. Make sure I catch my shag pile, or my mott, as a good pal of mine likes to call it. That's probably a northeast colloquialism, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what that is in case some kids are watching. So you clip that together, and then all I do is grab all the straps and sort of nip it down evenly, and then that's it, it's on. And then you can straighten these straps out down here. I tend to double them up on themselves so they're not in the road. And if you've got and if you've got a bike with a fuel cap underneath here, I would say maybe just clip one leg off and you can get into it, or you can clip both legs off and you can just flip it up like that, refill, put it back down, get down to your clips, and put it all back together. I think the Gaint Loop just slips off, but I mean, that doesn't take too long to do, does it? So, good bit of kit. Make sure you, when you're looking online, it's a 6 litre one. They're always listed as 10 litre for some reason. There is one that doesn't have a clip here that's older design, and it doesn't have that separate compartment. It's basically kind of just looks like that. It just has zip on it. It doesn't have a lid. So watch out, you're not buying that one if you do look at it. I'll put a link down to the one I found on Amazon anyways. So, I don't know if it's something you want to buy for your bike. I'll just take my camera off and I'll show you what it's like when I'm stood on the bike. Hi, hi! Right. Oh no, I've still got my bra on. Off with you. Right. sausages. So I'm riding along in my Crocs, I don't know if you can see them, in my Crocs. Apparently you give up on life when you wear Crocs, but I don't think I have. So I'm riding along, I can lean right up. Ooh, does get your goulash a bit, but you're alright. And when you're on a big bike, I don't think that far forward, but normally if I'm stood like that, fine. I can swing my hips, no problem. So there we go. Givi GRT 716. I think it's an excellent piece of kit. 60 quid, hell of a lot cheaper than a lot of things out there. I would like to have a go at them expensive ones, but I haven't got the money because I've been spending loads of money on bits for my bike. Thanks very much for subscribing, all that sort of malarkey. Ta-ra!